So it's over here?
I think so.
Yep.
Remember, this is your cough if you have to cough.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, yeah. You got yours?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right here.
So,
yeah, you see how it takes you away?
actually, yeah.
CMSportsNet is made possible by Genova's To Go, Carroll Links, and by Carroll Indoor Sports Center.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the CM Sportsnet Game of the Week. We should have a good one for you tonight as Liberty takes on Century in Carroll County boys basketball. Pat Stoetzer and Greg Mihalko with you on the call. We're about to begin, Greg. We're going to take a quick break before we do it. Hear from our sponsor. To come back, it's the opening tip with Liberty.
Carroll Indoor Sports Center, celebrating its 30th season. 66,000 square feet of fields and courts. Rain or shine, multiple soccer and lacrosse leagues. Artificial turf fields and courts to rent. Party rooms and snack bar available. Summer camp for the kids. Safe indoor environment for athletes of all ages. Carroll Indoor Sports Center, your sport, anytime.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Hungry? Genova's To Go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's To Go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's To Go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's To Go. Genova's To Go carryout, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's To Go.
All right, welcome into the action. We're just 58 seconds into this thing, and it's 3-2 Liberty. Century scored the first bucket. Dan Riley got inside and scored. And then Christian Zarko, who's starting tonight in place of Gavin Speece, knocked down a three. And that's where we are, 1 minute into this game between Liberty and Century. And Greg, just as we're getting started here, some of the keys to the game in your eyes.
Well, man, both teams are riding winning streaks coming into this game. They like to keep going into the playoffs. For me, Liberty has to manage the turnovers. When they met in January 10th, they turned the ball over 15 times in the first half. In the previous 3 games coming into this week, they're down under 10 turnovers, so Liberty's definitely improved on that. For Century, they live behind the three-point line, 26 attempts a game.
No doubt about
With
it.
that, a lot of long rebounds, and Liberty has really picked up their transition game, so they're going to have floor balance to cut off Liberty's transition game as well.
Liberty's,
and then Nate Brown having a big night will help as well as he starts off.
And there it is right there, Nate Brown off the glass. And Century's up 4-3. Liberty coming to this game with 8 straight wins. Century's won 4 in a row. There's the big man, Tristan West.
Tristan West showing his multiple ability to score from inside out. He's shooting the ball very well from outside in the recent couple weeks.
Carroll County's leading scorer, 17 points a game. And he's on the board at 6-4 Liberty. This is Carter Simmon, number 10, top of the arc. Nate McLaughlin.
Two lefties draw each other. Zumbrum's been a real defensive pest this whole year for anybody he's guarded. We'll see how that matchup plays out.
There's that free ball Greg's talking about. Couldn't connect, was Nate Brown. Long pass, Ethan Hart. Let's see, did he step out of bounds? He did.
Liberty does a great job in transition from the rebound to the outlet, hitting the wing, and West and Hart have done a great job in recent weeks running that middle. It's a big factor for Century getting back on defense.
They've got Nick Barron back as well. He was out with a foot injury for a little while, and it's that time of year, right? You're going to have to play through some of these injuries, although no Gavin Spieth tonight for the Lions.
Yes. Liberty has many players who can pick up the pace, but Gavin Spieth has been playing incredible basketball for them, really setting the tempo for their offense.
There's Brady Bergen, gets into the lane, and Bergen, nice move, hits the 10-footer.
Great job by Bergen playing off 2 feet. Nice jump stop, shot fake, clearing the way for a nice shot there.
McLaughlin changes direction. Here's a three from Barron. Oh, off the mark. And here comes Liberty. They like to run. Bergen gets around his man, but blocked off the backboard. And here comes Century.
Dan Riley blocking that shot, keeping the ball in play, very key, showing one of his many abilities here as a ball handler also and shooter. He's shown his defensive abilities as well, starting to break.
First foul of the game is on number 2, Christian Zarko. That's his first, and the team's first. Again, Zarko starting in place of Gavin Spieth. Greg mentioned it, just has been really a good compliment to what they've been doing in this last month or so. They've really turned things around in the last month, and they're not just winning, they're winning games easy.
And Liberty's been playing very unselfish. In 3 of the games I've watched, they had over 20 assists, which shows making the extra pass on offense has been key for them.
Scoring,
point of emphasis.
Yeah, and scoring in the 70s. I think 3 or 4 times, maybe 4 or 5 times in their 8-game win streak. That three-pointer was short, and here's Liberty looking to expand on that lead.
Century picking up half court. You'll never see much more from Century. They always play their half court defense, man.
Zumbrin missed that three. Jaden Zumbrin and Nick Barron the rebound. Yeah, that's pretty much your Century style of play, right?
They believe in their man-to-man principles and don't vary from it.
Carter Simmons for 3. Oh, almost got the kind roll, or the kind bounce, but it did not go. And Zarko brings the ball over the timeline. Christian Zarko. Good defense there by Century. Some substitutions coming into the next dead ball here.
Century starting to impose their style of play. They look to shoot the 3, but they're very patient. They don't shoot the first thing that looks good at all times.
Dan Riley made the most out of that, got blocked, and then went in for the teardrop shot, but it didn't go, and here comes Liberty again.
Ethan Hart showing his ability to guard away from the basket with that shot block.
6'9" is Hart, and there's a turnover. Another staple of Century's game. Brown spins to get down low and hits the jump shot. Nate Brown.
Great patience, working off 2 feet again, creating space so the shot wasn't challenged.
Liberty almost turned it over, but kept it here. 15 to shoot. It's West at the top of the key, or top of the arc.
There's a staple of Liberty's offense, a little double screen. Not necessarily an elevator type set, but a double screen to get a 3 at the top. They've run that a good bit all year.
Barron in the near corner. This is Carter Simmons, guarded by Zumbrin. Simmons will take a 3, and he'll hit it.
Good job by Nick Barron making the extra pass to get the good, clean look for Carter Simmons.
Carter Simmons gives Century the 9-8 lead.
No surprise, Century scored divisible by 3. They live at that 3-point line.
That shot won't go, but there's West for the putback.
Liberty showing their size and size. They've been rebounding on the offensive end very well the last couple weeks, creating second chances.
Yeah, Greg, you were telling me you watched a lot of film and you really like what you see out of Liberty.
They're really dynamic. They can score in transition. They can score in the half court, and they've shot the ball well from the three-point line. And the unselfish play has really been impressive. Like I said, the 20 assists in the 3 games leading up to this week. Average 20 assists a game.
Right, Darren cleans up the mess. And back and forth we go with the leads.
Coach Wonder has to be happy with Nick Barron's quick start here, coming back from the injury, trying to find his way still, and looks like he's off to a good start.
1:28 to go in the first quarter, and here comes some substitutions.
Noah Gattal and Colin Martin for Liberty have really been fantastic with energy and handling the ball. Gattal's really started to show a mid-range game these last couple of weeks, been very impressive for a freshman.
Number 12, he is the freshman Greg was talking about, inbounding the ball under Liberty's basket rather. Gets to Zumber, and Zumber will take a 3. Off the mark, good seal out by Riley.
Incredible box out, great job.
In the corner, it's Simmons again. That 3 won't go. Here come the Lions.
Great baseline drive and kick. That's a nice place to play young players on the baseline. Gives you chances to score and also find other teammates.
Zumbern across the court. Brady Bergen. There's Zumbern. He'll take a 3. Not yet for Jaden Zumbern. They'll find themselves here. We're just under 1 minute to go in this fast-moving first quarter.
Yeah, very few whistles here. Clean play. Everybody's playing the ball well.
That was another 3 from Simmons. That's Braden Smarsley, number 22, is also in for Century. Here comes Gattal for the Lions. West to Zumbern in front of the Century students. And a reach-in foul going to be called.
Century doing a great job in their half-court defenses, preventing the paint touches as much as they can. They've had a few, but doing a great job there helping on the penetration here by Liberty.
Foul on Braden Davis for Century.
Nathan Gattal checking in, who's done a great job. Also handling the ball, providing offense and defense for Liberty the last couple of weeks.
Austin Schulz as well coming in for Century.
Austin Schulz doing a good job boxing out and playing their alternate big for Riley when he's not in.
Bergen was double teamed there momentarily. Here's Colin Martin that Greg was talking about. Bergen tried the baseline. Nice job by Bergen, though, to keep with it.
Great patience, working off his pivot foot. Way to finish in there, Brady Bergen.
10 seconds.
Not afraid to mix it up inside.
Absolutely. Liberty up by 1. Good screen, but West poked it away. 3-pointer in the corner, no good. And we're 8 minutes through. Fast-moving first quarter, just like we like it.
Well-played quarter by both teams.
Yeah, it was.
You saw a lot of what the things they want to do. As the game started off a little with some tempo, it's kind of got into a half-court offensive game. I'm sure you're going to see Liberty look to push as well as we go.
First quarter score, Liberty 12, Century 11. It's about the way I thought it was going to go, the first 8 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, back and forth.
We were talking too before we got going on our broadcast, and the gym was, wasn't quite full yet, but we know better. Century Liberty, pretty packed house here.
I know myself. I've watched this from afar. It's like Liberty Century game. Heard about the big crowds and everything. This is really neat. My first time.
Yeah.
We didn't have this game when we were kids, being Sykesville kids.
No, we did not.
It was South Carroll Liberty, a little different, but now we have 2 of them. Crosstown rivals, Route 26 battle.
Yeah, it's fun. The southern end of the county has some good basketball for sure. Coach Carnes and South Carroll having a good season. Both these guys having a good season. Liberty and South Carroll in the same regional bracket, so the playoffs begin this weekend coming up. This is the last regular season game for both these squads. Now the implications here, Century has already clinched a share of the county title. They can win it out. If Liberty beats Century, the Knights share it with Westminster. They will both be 10-2 in the county, and they split their games with each other. So
not having bragging rights, but also standings rights to have forever.
Right. And so here we go. Second quarter underway. Gattal at the top of the arc. Bergen thought about it for a second. And
Liberty looked like they were trying to get Ethan Hart inside on the block. Century, their schematic rules seem to be they front the post a lot. Liberty struggled in the first matchup, January 10th, entering in there. We'll see how that goes from here if they continue to do that, trying to get hard catches on the block.
This game's already on pace to be more points than that game. I think a low-scoring game. Just how Century and Liberty like it with each other anyway. Try to keep the other one down as much as possible.
Liberty going to a 2-3, it appears here. Trying to change it up here now. This zone, they really got to find the shooters. All 5 players can finish and shoot the ball. And there it is, the corner.
And there it is, just like that. You nailed it. Braden Davis for 3 in front of the Liberty students. So Century back on top by 2. And there's Hart, trying to get it down to him.
And you saw their defender on Hart, I lost track of who it was siding on the high side toward the foul line. The backside help was there to try and come in and to get the steal on the pass there. So Century's very aware of Hart when he's on the block.
Absolutely.
It looks like it's going to be a block-to-block double potentially on the catch.
Yeah, there was a jump ball on the tie-up. So the Century gets the ball.
Here's Liberty's going to stay in his 2-3 zone potentially.
It'll be up to them to see who can go over top, up to Century to see who can go over top of it. They did on the last possession with the 3 from Davis.
With the size inside, you can extend it some.
Carter Simmons will take a 3.
Box out by Martin.
It was. He got the rebound. Good save by Liberty. A little hectic right now for Liberty.
There's the front there by Riley, taking away hard inside.
Too easy. Braden Davis protects the ball, scores off the turnover.
A slow-mo Luka type move there to bring the defender in and lose his energy before he went up.
Good job by Davis to protect, too. Make sure that it didn't get swatted away. 16-12 Century.
Dan Riley really working hard inside the 9 Hart.
Push out. McLaughlin, he scores. And Century on a roll right now and a timeout.
Timeout Liberty. Liberty losing track of floor balance there, meaning someone at half court to cut off transition. Century capitalizing.
30-second timeout called by Liberty to settle things down. It's 18-12 in favor of Century. So we'll see how long they stay with that zone and see. And right now, it's doing them well, I should say, on defense. So we'll see how long they stick with it.
Yeah, Century's got to find the gaps and look to kick as they do. That's part of their main offense when they're facing man, and also the same thing they'll do against the zone here, trying to find the corners and also find the gaps to create on the finish or kick out. Now, Liberty's playing their zone a little differently. Usually play a point zone where Hart will play the top area more, a lot like Gary Williams used to do with Maryland years ago when he had a guy named Terrence Morris from Thomas Johnson High School. But this is more of a traditional 2-3 where he's in the middle and strong side block.
I'm looking across the way. I see a few former boys basketball coaches. I see Doug Goff in the front row sitting next to Brian Tomes. Had the night off and come see a good basketball game, and they're getting a good one here so far.
Yes, they are. Great atmosphere.
Zarko, and there's Hart at the top like Greg was talking about.
Now Nick Barron's got the task of trying to guard West inside on the block.
Nice move by Zumbrin. Nice job by Zumbrin.
Great finish to Zumbrin. He's really strong going to his left. He's demonstrated that all year. Great finish, great body control going up there.
He made George Wonder mad on that play. I know that. 18-14. There's Dan Riley over to Barron. He'll take a long 3. It's long, and Bergen with the rebound.
He must have about half a dozen rebounds already.
Bergen got caught. Tried to pick it up and pass it while he was running with the ball, and that's a turnover.
That's one of the strengths of Liberty. They kind of have that philosophy. Whoever gets it brings it with the rebound and brings it. All their players can handle the ball and make good decisions in transition. Makes it tough for Century to get back. Little elbow set there to get Braden Davis a look. Shuffle cut from Barron inside.
There's Riley at the top of the circle, and there's a three-pointer, won't go. And Liberty's doing a good job on these rebounds. That's going to be a foul on Century.
Great execution in that set by Century. Getting 2 different looks at the elbow for 3. Just didn't connect, but good looks there.
Braden Davis, his second foul, so he'll come out. But he gave Century a couple good minutes there. Instead, it'll be Liberty's ball here with a 4-point Century lead. 3 minutes in the second quarter. Zumbrin got right into the lane, and he draws another foul.
Zumbrin had the advantage there, got his defender on his hip there and had him in a tough spot there trying to finish creating the foul. Zumbrin creates a lot of foul opportunities, lives at the foul line a lot recently. 4-cross set here. Look for the shooter, inbounds guy stepping in here, and he does into the corner.
West tried to go up with it, and it got taken away, and it's a turnover for Century. Simmons up to McLaughlin, or to Brown rather. This is McLaughlin now. Guarded by Zarko. Barron will take a 3 off the mark.
Great job by Liberty in the half court. Took away the paint. We're very patient. Forcing Century into a shot they probably didn't want.
And the Lions have it. Around the perimeter, Zumbrin gets inside, and he gets fouled. Zumbrin's last couple trips down has done a good job taking over and getting to the basket.
Great job by Zumbrin. He had a couple attempts from 3 early, did not hit, and really seems to take the initiative to get to the basket here and finish and try and create foul trouble for Century. Great job. James Zumbrin's really been to me, is the energy of this team. He plays a lot of heart and emotion, and it's fun to watch. He does a great job with how he competes for his team.
This will be the first free throws of the game. And Zumbrin makes the first one.
Tom Martin back in as Brady Virgin steps out. Doing a great job on the backboard for Liberty Virgin.
Law in the second one. Hart almost had the rebound, but 1 for 2 for Zumbrin. 3-point Century lead. Simmons got caught there on the pivot. Gave it off to Riley. Bounce pass on the baseline, but Simmons shot short. And Zumbrin again. Zumbrin's got his hands on the ball every time down the court now. Another foul.
He plays fast, and he wants to speed this game up a little bit. He's doing a good job of it. (18-15) is Century's lead. Out of bounds. Almost a turnover there. The Guital brothers are on the court together. This is Noah. West, he'll take a 3. And a jump ball called. It was Nate Brown and Colin Martin together going for it. And it'll be a tie-up. Liberty be very patient, not firing up the first thing they think looks good.
And they've got a couple extra guys on the court now that we didn't have at the start of the game. So like you were saying, Greg, they go 6, 7 deep, 8 deep, really.
They can. All their players have contributed in some way or another in the last couple of weeks. Been very impressive to see. Complete team.
And a turnover on the inbounds.
Great job by Nate Brown, the 9 on there, and the block-to-block screen. And Liberty performed there.
Tough pass.
Century doing a great job moving the ball. It's not sticking and stopping, making Liberty chase and defend. The ball's going from weak side to side of the court multiple times, and the more you do that, the harder you are to defend.
And that was Nate Brown on the baseline jumper. Here's Guital for 3, no good. And Simmons with the rebound. He's got West on him. Carter Simmons scores.
Great job using his body to keep West on his hip and go up and not be able to contend there without fouling. Good job by Simmons there to finish.
22-15 in favor of Century.
Again, that last shot, long rebound, all these threes, that's going to be some chances here for both teams with all the three-pointers being shot.
Zumbrun will take a long three-pointer. That's long off the iron. And back comes Century. Nate Brown, tough shot. Zumbrun gathers the rebound. Less than 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. And a foul called on Century, and that's 2 shots now. That's the 5th foul. 5 fouls for Century, 0 for Liberty here in this quarter. But new rules, Century, well, new-ish rules, Century in the bonus. 2 shots the rest of the quarter. No good for Nathan Guitar. Here comes Bergen and Zarko back in.
Liberty subbing a lot, trying to keep people fresh. Century basically plays 6 or 7 as well.
Yep.
A lot of guys logging a lot of minutes for Century.
Gets the kind bounce that time. And it's 22-16. 1:45 to go in the first half.
Nice cut by Nick Barham. Going back to it, lost him on the baseline, just couldn't connect on the layup.
Yeah, he did a good job there. Here's Bergen. Bergen lost it.
I think he lost it on the way going up.
And
he really never had possession of it at some point, so looks like a foul a little bit, but I think he just lost possession.
Liberty keeps it.
Once again, great help by Dan Riley. Again, Braden's Marsley fronting the post on West, and Riley doing a great job on the backside help there on the entry pass.
Knocked out, still Liberty's ball. Zarko got Riley on him. Gittal from just outside the free throw line. Shot won't go. And Century will slow it down a little bit.
Century being very patient, not going to rush here. Again, making Liberty defend a lot of the clock.
Dan Riley.
Let it be known to the Liberty fans, student section that he's hit that.
Yep. I think he had heard a little bit of it before. He hit that 3. They are up by 9. Zarko will take it after Zumbrun got inside.
Liberty really needed that. You can see the frustration starting to build, not being able to get a bucket here in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Big shot for Zarko there. Now looking to have a little jump trap here at half court.
And a foul, which they had.
Nice strategy by Coach George with Liberty there with the jump trap there. A couple seconds, see if they catch Century, not ready for it. But if the foul's to give, that's an interesting strategy here now with that. That's what Liberty's going to do. They're going to foul him until no shot.
Yep. 6.4 to go. Simmons will inbound.
Now you always worry if that strategy, if you get him in a three-point shooter at the wrong time. They'll be looking over to their coach, seeing if they're going to continue that.
Yeah, this is the first time I've actually seen a team do this, but it does make sense. With only 6 or 7 seconds, and you don't want them to take a shot. You can let the clock be your friend here, and you have fouls to give. So now that's 2 though on Zarko. So
that's the risk you take with that. Who's getting the fouls at this point? I've seen more and more teams as the season went on using this strategy, especially in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Well, here we go. It'll be Dan Riley, and it worked in Liberty's favor.
Great possession there by Liberty. They should really be happy about that. They executed that, keeping it to a 2-possession game.
Yeah, the first half all but dominated by Century, and you look up and now it's only a 6-point Knights lead, but a really good first half. The Knights lead 25-19. Quick thoughts before we take a break, Greg, just on how the first half went.
Well, I think the most impressive thing that stands out to me is Century taking away Liberty's inside game. They've tried their best to get Hart and West at different times inside. They've done a great job. Riley from the post and the backside to help. With that said, you got to be able to swing the side of the floor and Liberty attack and find those gaps. On the other side, I think Liberty's done a good job forcing Century to be patient, but Century's hit the threes there. But again, if Liberty, I'm sure, wants to get in their transition game to help them out there as well. So we'll see how that adjustments at halftime happen.
Yeah, the adjustments will be key. Everybody sit tight. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more of the CMSportsNet Game of the Week from the Castle in Eldersburg right after this.
Gear up. Adult volunteers are needed for robotics tournaments. First Chesapeake, part of a global robotics community for youth ages 4 to 18, seeks adult volunteers to serve as referees, judges, and support staff at tournaments across Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, and West Virginia, each year from November to April. No robotics experience is required. These free events inspire youth to explore STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, while fostering leadership and teamwork. Volunteer today. Sign up online at firstchesapeake.org/volunteer. Let's gear up for the future.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Carroll Indoor Sports Center, celebrating its 30th season. 66,000 square feet of fields and courts. Rain or shine, multiple soccer and lacrosse leagues. Artificial turf fields and courts to rent. Party rooms and snack bar available. Summer camp for the kids. Safe indoor environment for athletes of all ages. Carroll Indoor Sports Center, your sport, anytime.
Skill, dedication, leadership. Just a few of the things it takes to be named CMSportsNet's Athlete of the Week. Each week, CMSportsNet recognizes an outstanding player for their contribution to their sport. Meet some of Carroll County student athletes and join us as we celebrate their performance, impact, and outstanding accomplishments.
CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Barnes Bollinger Insurance.
Welcome back to our Game of the Week, CMSportsNet Game of the Week from the Castle in Eldersburg. Pat Stoetzer and Greg Mihalko with you at halftime. Century 25, Liberty 19. We're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the first half highlights. And Greg, you talked about it already. I mean, just the way that Century was able to get the emotions out of the way first early and then just get in and play their style of game. That's why they have the 6-point lead right now.
Yeah, I thought the big point was Century eliminating Liberty's transition offense, which they've done a really good job of. Second was fronting the post like they do and taking away the interior game of Liberty's been fantastic. Dan Riley and Braden Zamarsley has been fantastic inside fronting the post. Now how does Liberty adjust? Hitting a couple threes, yes, will help.
Right.
But they also have to continue to try and get that inside because that's something they do very well. But also I think Liberty's going to look to push the ball, and we'll see if they're able to do that.
You talked about adjustments too, and I mean, they're not going to stray away. We're going to see Century shoot 3-pointers in the second half as well.
Yeah. And yes, Century's going to continue to be who they are. Like we said, they are averaging 26 3-point shots a game. That's what they do. That's who they are. They're not shy about it at all. Liberty has to continue to try and make those shots as tough as possible, but eliminate the shot fake and go. They've lost a couple people, Liberty in the half court, off the ball, and they got to try and tighten that up a little bit as well.
Turnovers were a little bit, too, like the couple times where there's some uncharacteristic turnovers. I mean, obviously both coaches are going to want to shore that up, but it's been a pretty clean game right now. As you go and look at the team stats right now, you see the score, just the two free throws from the one side, and the 3-pointers are 3 apiece. So, you mentioned the 3s versus the 2s and how discrepancy it was for Century, but pretty balanced first half for the Knights.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. And on the Liberty side, once again, the first game they played January 10th, 15 turnovers in the first half. They weren't nearly that way at all, and that's what has them in the game as well, too. Taking care of the ball, valuing possession.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Our players to watch matchup with Tristan West for Liberty, leading the county in scoring. He had 5 points in the first half. Nick Barron had just 2. So the second half, again, with these teams knowing each other so well, it comes down to maybe not necessarily the last time they played because it was January 10th, but just how much they know each other. They see each other all the time. It was like this when it was Liberty and South Carroll back in our day, I'll say. But that goes a long way toward making a fierce rivalry the way it is, the way it has been for the last decade or so.
Oh, yeah, these teams, this is what they hear about, the Liberty Century game each year, and they look forward to that. They had to delay this one for 2 weeks because of weather, but they definitely, the familiarity, but also a big thing now with this close game is going to come down to foul shooting and foul trouble as well. You saw Century had 5 fouls in the second quarter there, so they're getting close there. We're only playing 6 and 7 players, so foul shooting is going to be a big part of the second half as well.
All right, the Carroll County basketball standings. I mentioned it to you, Greg, that the game here is the last county game of the season. This game was moved. It was a snow game. We were going to try to do it back in February. Didn't get a chance to do it. But if Century wins, they're the outright county champ. If Century loses, they share it with Westminster. So there's definitely county stakes, and then you want to be playing your best as we get into Carroll County, regional play, but it's always a big game when these guys play. So.
Absolutely, and to have the county at stake for you, that's something you own the rest of your life as a player, where you can look back on. These guys obviously knowing each other, being in the same area growing up,
sure.
It's something they can hold over each other and be proud of for the rest of their lives.
It's one and done once we get to the playoffs. Century and Liberty both have a bye in their first round of the playoffs. They're in different regions, of course, so Liberty's in the 1A, different classifications. Actually, Liberty in 1A for basketball, Century in 2A. And Liberty South Carroll on the opposite ends of the bracket. Could be a very cool if they both win the semifinal game, a really great regional final with Liberty and South Carroll playing for a third time.
That'd be great, especially the last game Liberty and South Carroll played where it came down to a Jaden Zummerman 3-pointer at the buzzer.
Right.
And a game that South Carroll led most of the game, and then Zummerman hit the big 3 with 5 seconds left to give him the lead at the time, then the win.
Yeah,
that would be great to have a three-peat of that game series.
Yep. So Century out on the court warming up here with about 1:45 before we start. Here comes Liberty. And we actually were, during our halftime break, we got a gentleman came up to us and wanted to remind us that Christian Zarko, this is his first start since really coming back from what was really a very, very scary injury he suffered attending a Ravens game. And the story I know is that he just sort of slipped and fell, and it wound up being almost a very traumatic brain injury. But Christian Zarko battled all the way back, and he's starting tonight in place of Gavin Spees. He's giving Liberty a couple good minutes here, too. So cool story, and good for Christian.
Fantastic story for what seems to be a fantastic player. The last 4 or 5 games I've really watched a lot of, and he's been a fantastic player. He's a great typical point guard, drive, draw, and dish, can get in the lane, handles the ball very well. And stepping into a big moment tonight, replacing Gavin Spees, who's been their primary ball handler, has done a great job running the Liberty offense tonight. Yeah,
you're taking a look at the standings here as we're talking about things here before we get started. And we saw Spees in a walking boot, before the warm-ups here. You never know what that means. Hopefully he'll be back in time in the playoffs. But they do have a bye, which helps him get a couple more days of rest.
Yeah, hopefully it's nothing more than resting, getting that extended rest, because it'd be a shame for him to miss out. He's been really playing well and really pushing. Then the engine makes this offense goes for Liberty from the transition, the threes, and inside game with Liberty. They've really been playing great basketball coming into this week.
Yeah, having him out there gives them so much more. Just makes Zumbern and Bergen and West even that much more dangerous, and other guys on the team as well. So his absence is definitely felt here in this first half. But it's a 6-point game, and Liberty did a good job there in the last minute and a half or so to get that bucket they needed, and then play that defensive foul style there that they did, and it turned out to go in their favor. So
yes, absolutely. Get a couple good looks here early would definitely help their cause to start the third quarter.
And that third quarter is about to begin. Glad you're with us here on a Wednesday edition of the CMSportsNet Game of the Week. Regional playoffs begin Friday. It'll be Century's ball to inbound when the third quarter is underway.
And interesting, Ethan Hart not starting out this second half for Liberty.
They went with Colin Martin instead.
Not sure if he made it out from the locker room or not. See if we can.
Oh, I didn't notice. Yeah,
pinpoint him on the bench here. Something's going on. Century running a lot of flare screens here. Elbow, getting the player on the elbow extended, then open.
Riley and Barron with some pass to each other. Back to Barron. And Barron went down a little awkwardly there. Here's the Lions on a run.
Doing what they like to do. Great pass.
It was.
This is what they've done the last couple of weeks. Great extra pass, being unselfish. Liberty getting comfortable there.
And Tristan West scores the first bucket of the second half.
Liberty coming out in their 2-2-1 three-quarter pressure there. Looking to get a trap right as you go across half court.
Nate Brown's three won't go. Tristan West gets the rebound, brings it up.
You can definitely see the emphasis here in the first two possessions. Liberty wants to get down and run was the talk at halftime.
Here's Zarko, we just mentioned him. He'll give off to Bergen at the free throw line, and Bergen's shot just a little strong.
Nate Brown really competes inside rebound-wise. Very impressive. Noticed that all year. I think he's the second or third leading rebounder on the team.
They're not the biggest team in the county, but they still get their share of boards.
Century player Carter Simmons there catching with his back to the basket. Very rare Century does that in their offense.
Barron goes in strong. He's coming back still. He's not 100% yet, and you can definitely tell he's a little ginger, and he comes up off the ground, but he also took a spill there moments ago, so hopefully he's all right.
Great awareness by Century with that Hart being in the game. Both possessions, they're attacking, finding gaps, trying to get to the basket here.
He'll get 2 free throws. And Barron's first one is good.
Barron was very dynamic in their first game. I think he had almost 10 rebounds, several steals and deflections in the first victory over Liberty January 10th.
2 for 2 for Nick Barron, and Nick Barron comes out, and Braden Davis comes in.
I think I just saw him whisper to Coach Wonder that he's tired, so to condition a little bit from that time off maybe, and also the nerves, the energy of this type of game early on. But that's pretty impressive by a young man to admit that he's tired and not stay out there just to stay out there.
Yeah, he's trying to come back from his injury too, so it takes some time.
And when you lose basketball time, it's tough. You just don't recoup it that overnight.
Colin Martin with a nice drive and score.
Great job by Martin using his body to get space. And here's Liberty back in their 2-2-1 pressure. Century able to split it down the middle and find a wing.
Century broke that pretty well. And a turnover.
Braden Davis had a great take there, and then when Tristan showed up, West tried to kick it out.
Zumbern for free. Wow. Well, here comes Liberty, 27-26. And they call a foul on the Lions. That's his third foul, Christian Zarko. So that second foul he got at the end of the second quarter when they were trying to
Yeah, that's the give and take in that
clock.
strategy.
Yeah, that's right. So
now Liberty back to their man-to-man here out of the 2-2-1 out of the inbounds. Yeah, we got to keep an eye on that. 3 fouls now for Zarko.
Nice pass is Dan Riley. And Zarko gets the rebound, but nobody home.
Great pass.
Here's one in the corner. Braden Davis.
Almost a hockey assist there for Nate Brown. He saw the guy at the block, and then Davis hits it over. Great job there. Finding the open guy in the corner.
Give Davis 3. Here's West. And Zarko. That's going to be 3 on Braden Davis, I believe. Yep, 3 on him too. So
story of the second half going to be foul trouble, it appears here for some people here.
Now the chess game can begin between these two. They know each other well. George Sinnott from Liberty, George Wonder from Century. Got to play the benches and play the advantages, mismatches. Tough pass. Tough pass.
Good cut by Jane Zumbrum, but Century's able to deny it down the lane. Good defensive scenario, sequence there by Century.
Yeah, that was a tough play.
Liberty appears to be picking up in a 1-2-1-1 diamond type pressure here. Actually looks like just straight man, just picking up full court, picking up their man. Just a little more extended pressure in. A little jump trap right here.
And the Lions get the turnover. Gattal went down hard. Barron fouled him.
Great job by Nathan Gattal anticipating that pass. Century wasn't aware for the jump trap right there, right before they crossed half court, resulting in foul shots here. Another foul for Century.
Yep. Barron didn't like the call. I didn't see George complain too much, so either way, it's a foul. It's his first. Oh, excuse me, it's his second. 2 free throws here for Gattal. First one's good.
Now Liberty's done a good job here. They're not sure what's going to happen here. Is it full court man? Is it going to be 2-2-1, half court man? Liberty's really controlled the tempo here on Century now. Wondering what type of defense Liberty will be in. And making shots helps you do that. Here we go again. Liberty appears to be picking up full court man. Yep. And then chasing behind. Inbound man is going to chase from behind and see if he can get a double team surprise there. Good pass. Great job by West contesting the shot but not fouling. Making Brown shoot it high off the glass, but Dan Riley hanging around.
Whoa! Riley takes it up. West fouls him.
Nice anticipation by Riley there in the outlet, just hanging around, get his hand on the pass, resulting in a foul shot. In West a foul as well, which is his second.
Yeah, you said it, Greg. The fouls are going to be something here in the next rest of this quarter at least, and then obviously the fourth quarter will be crunch time. Dan Riley hits the first one.
Now, I do see Ethan Hart is on the bench there. I'm not sure if there's an injury. Maybe we've had this sickness going around everybody's had.
Yeah, you never know what could be.
Right. It's very hot in here.
You don't say.
Yeah.
2 for 2 for Dan Riley. George Wonder claps his hands and encourages his guys, and it's a.
And ready to say that Hart looks to be checking in.
And we're going the other way. It looks like a push-off on Liberty.
And this is going to be big. Is this on? It's on Braden
Bergen.
Brady Bergen, excuse me. Brady Bergen, his first. I thought it was on West for a second. Would have been his third, but this is his second. Nathan Gattal checking out, doing a great job on defense for Liberty. Now Liberty back in their 22 here. They're 2-2-1, looking to trap as they cross half court.
Century beats it.
Century patient.
Barron double teamed.
Liberty staying on it. Forcing it back court. Barron did a good job in a retreat dribble. Didn't have anywhere to go with it, though, out of it. And great persistence by Liberty staying on the double.
Coach Warner thought maybe the ball got tipped, but the call is backcourt. And a turnover, and now the Lions have it. Bergen will take that three, and he'll hit it. Zumbrin to Brady Bergen for three. It's a 1-point game.
Once again, Liberty in the 22-2-1 half court. Once they chase him out of that, they get back the man.
Nice job, Dan Riley on the glass. Nice pass by McLaughlin.
Great finish inside and great pass by McLaughlin as well.
West waits for Bergen, or excuse me, Zumbrin. Now Bergen.
Riley doing a good job here fronting on Hart as well. So there's quite a battle inside here trying to get this position. Great cut by Colin Martin. Great pass. Nice shot fake. Way to be patient all around.
All around is right. Still a 1-point game. Nate Brown for three.
One of the few clean looks Nate Brown's gotten from the outside tonight.
Oh, Jaden Zumbrin did everything but score there. This will be West, top of the arc.
Colin Martin creating a second chance there, offensive rebounds. And this is another aspect of Century's offense here. Dan Riley's ability to handle the ball, to initiate, allow the other players to start off being able to catch in a triple threat here. And also brings Hart away from the basket.
Tough shot by Barron.
Tristan West doing a great job of body control, contesting shots, but not necessarily blocking them, but making Century adjust their shots for misses.
Nice spin around the defender, Brady Bergen. Gives Liberty a 1-point lead.
Rare mid-range in today's game. 3 or 2s, layups usually. Now we got nice patience there by Bergen, gets a shot up.
Minute and a half to go, third quarter.
Century again using Dan Riley initiate the offense.
Here comes Ethan Hart, look out! Ethan Hart!
Send it down, big fella.
3-point Liberty lead. And the Lions fans come to life. And player control, offensive foul.
Moving screen by Century here. That's 2 on Dan Riley.
3 on Century.
McBaron coming out again.
Yeah, he's definitely not 100%.
Nathan and Noah Gattal checking in for Liberty.
And a turnover. Oh, and he wasn't looking. Smarsley wasn't looking. Nate Brown tried to give it to him.
So Marsley was heading up court in transition already, not anticipating the pass.
Gattal. Bergen, West.
Liberty allowing Hart working block to block here, see if that creates any space inside.
Gattal's shot got contested and the ball goes to Century. 30 seconds left. Smarsley. And a foul. Foul on Liberty. And that is the 5th foul. I believe that should be shots here for Liberty, or for Century.
Yes.
Sean Case going to check in here momentarily for Liberty. So that's just the second on Bergen.
Yes.
Right.
The way they had Jaden Zumbrin jump up, I thought it might have been his 3rd.
Instead, here's McLaughlin. Missed the first one. Evan Williams check in for the first time for Century, number 4. He's replacing Nate Brown.
Evans played some quality minutes here and there for Century this year.
Missed them both. What a jump ball. Good tie-up. I think it's going to be Liberty's ball.
Liberty's ball, yep.
They can hold for the last shot of the third quarter.
How will Liberty attack this? Look to get something inside. Looks like a high ball screen here with Hart rolling to the basket. Summer being able to go strong to his left.
That 3 was short. Still time. Century's got time. 4, 3. Oh. McLaughlin frustrated with himself. Be careful. Punch the wall in anger and hurt yourself. But the shot did not go, and we have reached the end of the third quarter. And Liberty has taken the lead. They lead 37-34.
That quarter saw what Liberty wanted to do. They want to change the tempo. They changed their defense up multiple times. Making baskets helps that happen. Century's cut off guard a couple times with the jump trap in the full court man, and also the 2-2-1 3-quarter court was a little problem for Century as well. So Liberty definitely dictated pace there and tempo. Century struggled to get some good looks, but when you look at it, though, Century's only down 3. Yep. And see how they adjust to that. And again, foul shooting and foul trouble could be the difference here as we go down the stretch.
Yeah, there's going to be some kids that are going to have to change how they play a little bit in the final 8 minutes based on foul trouble. Third quarter, though, won by Liberty, right? Century had the 6-point lead at halftime, and now you're looking at 37-34 in favor of the Lions. They made some adjustments in that third quarter to their advantage.
Yeah, third quarter is more of what Liberty's been the last 2 weeks. Transition, playing with energy on defense, trying to create turnovers, and the way they defensive rebound and look to push immediately is where they're comfortable.
I'm looking forward to these final 8 minutes here. It's crowded, it's loud, it's hot. It's Liberty Century.
Yes, it is. Battle of Sykesville.
It'll be Century's ball to start the final quarter of regulation. Braden Davis got that pass from Brown, back to Brown.
Great collapse by Liberty on the penetration. Ready to help.
6 to shoot. Nate Brown with a 3. No good. Hart the rebound.
Great possession defensively by Liberty, but great patience by Century, though.
Zarko with a nice take, just didn't score. A little straw in the shot. And here come the Knights. Simmons was thinking about a 3 when he waited for Barron. Nick Barron tried to go baseline on West. Brown back to Barron. Halfway down, well, a third of the way down, no good, but the ball out of bounds off Liberty.
Good baseline, a rip and go there by Nick Barron to try and create space there for Nate Brown on the perimeter.
So the Knights will inbound it with a fresh 30. Nice job by Barron.
Great jump stop, way to get past the defender and finish with the ball in front of him. Great job by Nick Barron. You can see him really picking up the tempo, trying to get to the basket, making it more and more of an initiative by him. Great position by West.
Oh, it's going to count.
Great entry by Hart, I believe that was, but great job fronting and running his defender up the lane for the easy entry pass.
They're going to count that bucket and give West a chance for a three-point play.
And that's 3 on Nick Barron. 3 fouls, that is.
Free throw no good for West. He's got 9 points here tonight. And the Lions lead by 3. Braden Davis. Oh, that's a tough pass.
Got caught in no man's land, that short corner with the double. Tough throwing over someone Ethan Hart's size and plus somebody else on you. Great help by Liberty.
Double team.
Great job by Nick Barron, moving his feet, not getting caught with his hands in the wrong spot, trying to pick up that fourth foul. And also great job by West attacking, trying to get his fourth.
And I think they called a timeout there, and Liberty did.
Nice defensive play there by Nick Barron.
Yeah, you're right. 3 fouls. You got to be careful. Full timeout here, 60 seconds. So Liberty will talk it over.
For my calculation, Century has all their timeouts. Liberty's used a 30 and a full, so they have 3 left total.
Braden Davis has 8. Dan Riley leads the way with 9. This is Century. Davis 8. Barron and Brown each have 6, and Carter Simmons has 5. Those are your leading scorers for Century. On the Liberty side, West and Brady Bergen with 9 apiece. Zarko and Zumbrin 6 apiece. Colin Martin has 4. So spaced out.
Balance, and it's just balance, and it's tribute to all the players on the team. They're all capable of scoring and being patient with getting their shots on the floor. Real difference to me is, again, Liberty's stormed back into this game, but Dan Riley's done a great job taking away the inside game of Ethan Hart with his fronting and defensive position. Has been very impressive.
Century 4 for 6 from the free throw line tonight. Liberty 4 for 7. So free throws not as easy to come by so far, but with those foul trouble in this next 6 minutes and 10 seconds, we'll see who can be clutch. Liberty will inbound under the basket.
Run Zummer off a stagger series off the inbounds there to see if he can get a 3-point look.
Zarko tried to make something happen and got it back to Zummer, and here's West. Tough shot. Shot clock winding down.
Great job by Barron forcing, like you said, an incredibly tough shot, a fadeaway, playing up those 3 fouls and making it still tough for West to score. Nice pass
indeed. And Barron with the rebound. Puts it back up and in.
He just has a knack for that. In that Liberty game, he got his hand on so many passes, mixed it up underneath. He just really almost steps up his game when it gets messy inside, so to speak.
They're going to need that down the stretch. And another turnover.
A risky stunt there by Barron's stunning at the ball handler, but he was able to make it into a steal for the Century.
Nick Barron again.
Barron taking over here. This is the Nick Barron time right now.
That gives Century the lead, 40-39.
Again, he's really putting emphasis on attacking the basket this half, and it showed, finishing several times.
Ethan Hart with a high jump shot. Now Bergen will try it, and he's pure.
Mid-range virgin there. Another one from the foul line. Second chance. You got to eliminate second chances in close games like this. Eliminate the offense to 1 shot. Both teams working hard on defense. Eliminate and hold them to 1.
Riley, wait for a teammate. It's Brown. Now Davis will get it to the foul line. He'll go down the lane. Tough shot. Ethan Hart with the board. That pass was a little bit telegraphed, and Century got in front of it. That's a turnover.
Great awareness by Century of floor balance. Notice Liberty definitely wants to run on any miss.
Dan Riley will take that 3. Bodies flying. And the Knights had the ball.
Just an ordinary loose ball there. Everybody diving for it, see what happens.
Riley left it on the front of the rim.
Strong take, just couldn't get it to go by Riley using his left hand against the big guy.
And what are they going to call there? Zarko's going to get called for an offensive foul.
That'll be his 4th, I believe.
Was it Zarko or Zumbrin? It was Zumbrin.
Zumbrin, yeah,
so that's his 3rd. Yep.
Yeah, Zarko checks out. I believe Martin checked in.
Yes. So it's been a little tough stretch here for Liberty the last 2 to 2.5 minutes.
Put a lot of energy getting back into it in the 3rd quarter. Now here we go, 1 possession at a time here with less than 4 minutes to play.
Yeah, each one of these, you're right, Greg, each one of these are going to be huge.
Liberty come with a jump trap as they cross half court. Good job by Nate Brown handling it, being patient, pass faking out of it using his triple threat.
Nate Brown got called for a foul.
Again, great patience there. Liberty coming up the jump trap. Nate Brown not panicking, keeping his dribble, able to work through it. Century has been running an elevator type inbound play here where Brown runs through the two players on his side. This time you get the block screen.
Nice job.
That's Liberty not paying attention to that for an easy 2 for Riley.
Dan Riley scores off the glass.
Riley already contact with Hart, trying to deny position.
Tristan West. Maybe not the shot you want to take there.
He's capable of hitting that. I don't know if that's a point of you wanted it in the flow of the offense, though.
Yes. Not saying he can't do it, but maybe not the shot you want in that possession.
Nate Catal checks in as Liberty goes small here. Ethan Hart checking out.
Perimeter passing for Century. There's Brown. Going to try to take Bergen. Nate Brown on the baseline. Double clutch. Zumbrin. Around we go. West Gatal. He'll take the 3. No good, but Tristan West with a putback.
West with inside position. That might have been Barron's 4th.
And it is, I believe. Yep, you got it with 2:39 to go. Tristan West gives Liberty the 1-point lead.
That's the second or third time this quarter West has got in position for an offensive rebound with a chance for 3-point play.
Well, he's a beast inside. I mean, he can take over the game.
If he gets position, he's tough to move in that scenario, offensive rebounding.
But the free throw doesn't go. So 43-42, and Century will bring it across half court. Carter Simmons for 3.
We haven't heard his name in a while. I was starting to wonder if it was time for Carter Simmons to do something, and there it is.
And a quick timeout for George Wonder. 30-second timeout. Simmons hits the 3. And now George and Century can try to set something up here. 45-43 is your score. 2:26 to go. And a 30-second timeout called by Century. You live by that 3, and when they're not going, it seems like it's never going to be your night. Then a couple of them hit.
But it makes up for so many things when you can hit it at the rate they do. I believe shooting 35% on the year coming in. Century, that's what they do. They don't shy away from it. Nope. That's who they are, and it puts them back in situations just like this. Now, again, Liberty coming out of this possession here. We have Barron. Barron's been guarding West. Does Liberty draw some up to give West a chance to work on Barron here to try and get his 5th within their offense?
Yeah, you got to keep Barron out there for his playmaking ability, but then if you're Liberty, you want to go attack, right? So we'll see what they do. Still plenty of time, obviously, 2:26 and a 1-point game.
Now, the matchup still seems Barron's still going to guard West. I thought maybe they'll take him off of him, but they're going to stay with that matchup. Looks like we hit the Zummerum now, giving West a chance to post inside.
Bergen loves that jump shot, and he hits another one.
He definitely does. He gets that, what they call the nail right at that foul line. He feels really comfortable. Done a great job finishing from there all night. It's at least the 3rd time from there.
Yeah, he looks good when he gets inside that free throw line, and there's a turnover.
Liberty chose him to 22-2-1 at 3 quarters and able to create a turnover there. Again, it looks like Liberty's trying to get a look for West inside. West with position again.
Fight for the ball.
Staying put here. Century's ball. Liberty's ball.
1:32 to go. We are tied at 45.
Christian Zarko coming back in for Nath Catal.
think they're going to check and see the. I don't know if George is wondering about a shot clock or what, but it goes back to 30. So Liberty's ball.
30.
Liberty calls a timeout.
30-second timeout by Liberty.
This is what you want, right? This is what you want to do when you play high school basketball in these two schools. When you know you're going to play Liberty and Century, you want to be right down to the wire in a big atmosphere like this in the late in the season to give you a little bit of boost, or bragging rights like you said, but just that boost in the playoffs is pretty much everything we've asked for here tonight with Liberty and Century.
Right, this game is everything you do when you're playing in your backyard. 3, 2, 1 for the winner.
Right. Yep.
This is where everybody dreams of this situation. This is what you're going to get.
You draw those up on Dundee Court.
Yeah, absolutely. And also from a coaching standpoint here, after timeout play here, this is a big play. I'm sure Liberty has a go-to thing they want to do here. They try and get an easy look here for 2. The hidden offense, out of baseline, out of bounds plays. On the surface here, looks like a block-to-block screen. West going over for Hart, but we'll see here.
Bergen will inbound it.
Summerlin cuts hard from the opposite elbow. Got the catch, but not a look from there.
Yeah, I think that's the play they wanted. It just didn't get a good look.
Yeah.
Oh, almost a turnover, but Summerlin got the ball. This is Bergen. Bounce pass into Hart.
Again, all night, Dan Riley denying the post inside. Great job creating the turnover.
Simmons thought about it. Nate Brown, top of the arc. Brown gets into the paint. Here's Nick Barron. Oh, almost a putback. Now Liberty's ball.
Oh,
almost.
Yes, I didn't know if Ethan Hart was expecting that pass from that part of the court.
45 seconds to go. And we are tied at 45.
So we're going to get the little cross ball screen from West.
Zarko!
You got this ball screen across the lane there from West and just continue. Nobody was able to stop and cut off penetration for Century. Great finish by Christian Zarko.
Left hand by Zarko. Century calls a full timeout. Great play by the senior. We talked about him, his first start.
It's a real simple set there, that across the floor screen, allowing Christian to get width, but also attack down the hill and able to finish there. I think Century might have thought he was going to try and dump that pass off either to the corner or opposite block, but was able to keep going and finish at the basket there to give him that 2-point lead. Great job.
47-45. The Knights got it across the timeline. They called their timeout.
The Century have plenty of time to play within their offense, try and create the shot they won here. Now this half they've had Nick Barron working from the corner a lot, able to go baseline, but also Nate Brown has always been a big part of what they do in these situations as well.
Plenty of time for George Wonder and Century Knights here.
Century still has 3 timeouts, so they don't see something they like here. They can discuss it again.
Now you think if you're Century, 27.4, obviously we know about the 3, but if they're going to get a good look inside, they're going to try to take it, I would think.
I think you're still looking for the best look possible. You're not just saying 3 or bust here.
Right.
You're looking for the best look here. Now Liberty, interestingly, goes small here with Hart out, giving a little more lateral quickness on the perimeter. Isolation for Brown here on the wing. Baseline.
They kept it alive. Oh, a travel call on Braden Davis. 15 seconds though still, 15 seconds.
Great draw by Coach Warner to get Brown in isolation on the elbow there. Great job by Brown, unfortunately just not able to connect for Century.
Full timeout called by Century.
Each team has 2 left.
So they got the play they wanted on the baseline there, Century did, and the shot just a little strong.
Brown exploded off of the catch there from the elbow extended, got to the hoop and just unable to finish, unfortunately, for Century. Bering had a second chance there.
And then Davis got it and tried to make something happen, and they got called for a travel. But again, there's fouls to give here too, so now you're in the situation where Liberty's got the clock on their side, and Century's got to try to foul them.
And they have quite a few fouls to go. Obviously, you're going to pick up in some manner full court, looking to get a steal on the pass or trying off the first double team. But from there, you have to have a decision if you're going to foul after that, because Liberty could run it from there.
"15 seconds to go. Liberty's ball.
So this is a sideline out of bounds here. It's obviously not a made bucket. Sideline out of bounds. There's some ability to go in the backcourt different ways here.
Right.
Now let's look. Pierce Century's going to put someone on the ball, but it looks like he's playing what's called shortstop. If it's back to the ball, anybody is going to clean up anything that comes to the ball and try and get a steal. And there they go, trying to get the first double. But they got the foul early.
Yeah, we've got a couple more of these to go. Now 13.9 seconds.
Same spot now, hard corner now. Century's going to be, Liberty's going to be inbounding. You see Nathan McLaughlin playing shortstop here. Anybody that cuts loose. And a timeout.
Timeout for Liberty. Liberty calls a 30-second on the inbound. Before the inbound. Oh, turned into a full. Never mind.
They have one left.
So yeah, the clock is not on Century's side in this situation, just because of the fouls to give. So they got to figure out a way to get the steal, like you said, and then if they got to foul quick.
Now, it was interesting, Century there, I've always known as shortstop, where the man on the ball is his back turn, cleaning up anything that might break through on the pressure. But what that allows is this Liberty take the home run shot, throwing over top here. The Liberty noticed that as well, to throw that pass if they want to take that chance. Now, if you're Liberty, though, you saw Century fouled immediately, you just feel you have to get it in and let them foul it out. It's up, so you have multiple ways to attack this as Liberty based on how Century played the possession before.
And I mean, if they can get the quick fouls and get Liberty to the line, Liberty makes just one of the two, then Century could have a chance.
Being in this corner right here, this is a tough spot to inbounds as far as your angles to inbounds here and do things. So I would think Century's looking to get a double and a steal and a double on this before fouling. Again, it appears Century's going to be in that shortstop technique with everybody else face guarding on their man, denying them a chance to get to the ball. Liberty might take a chance here for the home run. Looks like that might be what Jaden Zubram's doing right here.
Just got to be careful. And there is a home run. Just like in football, Tristan West going deep for a long first down catch.
That's the give and take in that shortstop technique. Not having the center fielder like a free safety in football to make him throw it in front. Century took that chance, and Liberty was able to connect.
All right, well, the next one will put Liberty on the line, so there should be a good amount of time for Century, provided Liberty makes one of two or misses them both. Makes them both, this one's over. And they fouled Zumbra. So Jaden Zumbra will have a chance to all but put this one away if he makes them both. If not, we'll see.
Even with two made, Century still has a chance with two timeouts. A quick score.
That's true.
Being able to push up court.
And there's one of the timeouts right there. I believe, 30-second timeout, yep.
Works in many ways, like the icing the kicker in football, icing the free throw shooter as well, but also sets up the scenario for Century here on the one make or two make, what they want to do here as far as how they want to attack on offense. Either way, I believe they probably want to take quick two, regardless if it's a 3 or 4 point or a 2 point lead if he misses both, but they want to attack with two to try and extend the game. Going for a three immediately and not hitting and not being able to rebound it for a second chance, game's over. So you want to keep this game extended as long as possible through Century. Definitely, though, the offensive rebounding quick and clean to try and get a push here with 11 seconds.
So Zumbrin,
as he's about to face the Century crazies, as we'll say, with the noise here factor.
Ooh, got the kind roll.
Yes, he did.
Now the next one's big. And what Greg just said is right, but this one will make it really tough for Century. Jaden Zumbrin, 2 for 2.
Now Liberty picking up. They're just going to keep making the throw it in front to waste as much time.
And they've got fouls to give, right?
Absolutely.
Liberty. Now Zarko just fouled. That should be 4 on him. But yeah, they can do this one more time.
Absolutely.
So.
Liberty's doing the same strategy they did in the first half. Make them lose a couple seconds and foul. And I think you could see the Century's tempo was trying to work for a quick 2.
Well, now it's going to be tough. Get it in. Simmons. Oh, they thought maybe he got fouled. Rebound goes to Colin Martin. And that might do it.
Simmons pulled up for 3 and didn't go. And that might be enough.
Liberty lost the first game on their home court. Century got the road win against Liberty, and now they're turning the tables here with 3.2 seconds left. This is Colin Martin. Liberty's on its way to a 9th straight victory, and they are Westminster big fans of Liberty right now as the Owls get the piece of the county title.
Yes, they are.
With Century.
And Liberty continues their winning ways going into the playoffs here, playing outstanding basketball and getting a big win against a really good team, but also doing it without their starting point guard.
That's true.
And Gavin Speece is really impressive. Christian Zarko stepped in and was great for him as well.
So your final score, Liberty 51, Century 45. A hard-fought Liberty win and a good second half as Century had the lead at halftime, and Liberty able to pull away and get the victory.
Yeah, outstanding game. You know, different several stories of each half.
No doubt.
Liberty struggled at times in the first half to get baskets, but kept it within 6. Century was very patient, getting the looks they wanted, finishing. The third quarter ended up being the real difference in this game with Liberty's energy, changing their defenses up, and making Century stay on their toes of how they're going to be defended. But kudos to both teams. Another well-fought game, and Liberty get pulling away at the end. They're doing things they had to do to make it happen.
Yeah, low-scoring game too, but I mean a game that both teams are comfortable playing in. So I thought Liberty did a really good job. We'll talk a little bit before we hit the break, but just your first Liberty Century game. Your thoughts on at least watching it like this? Pretty fun night.
Oh, great. I love seeing the student sections. You're hearing everything. Seeing people you haven't seen in years.
Yeah, you're shaking hands with people over here. It's
absolutely,
nice, right?
Yeah. But a great atmosphere. And then you mentioned the score, low-scoring game. That's playoff basketball right there, where every possession counts. And these teams are definitely in the right mindset as far as the way their teams operate to make deep runs in their playoff region.
All right, time for us to take a break one more time and hear from the sponsors. But don't go away. We got some post-game coverage for you coming up on the CMSportsNet Game of the Week.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Carroll Indoor Sports Center, celebrating its 30th season. 66,000 square feet of fields and courts. Rain or shine, multiple soccer and lacrosse leagues. Artificial turf fields and courts to rent. party rooms and snack bar available. Summer camp for the kids. Safe indoor environment for athletes of all ages. Carroll Indoor Sports Center. Your sport, anytime.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
Welcome back to our post-game coverage of the CMSportsNet Game of the Week. Liberty and Century, and the Lions take it 51-45. Pat Stoetzer and Greg Mihalko here with you in the post-game coverage. We're going to watch some of the second half highlights, or you're going to watch some of the highlights, and I'm going to ask you, Greg, about what you think Liberty did best to sort of swing the tides there at halftime and come out on top in the second half.
I thought it was they're changing the defense and changing the tempo, going from the full court man with the jump trap somewhere between either foul line and also the 2-2-1 half three-quarter court trap they did as well. Definitely had Centuries on their heels. They couldn't initiate the offense at the time that they wanted to, and kind of took them out of their rhythm as well in their half-court offense. Centuries patient as it is, but Liberty changing the defense up and also making shots. You saw an immediate interest in Liberty in their transition game, which has been fantastic for them the last several weeks. So I thought the third quarter, where they changed their defense up, was a big key. Kudos to Century in their half-court defense as well, especially Dan Riley inside, taking away their inside game, battling all night with Ethan Hart and taking things away. And Nick Barron did a great job attacking the basket and playing Tristan West inside. Just a great game all around. Nobody has anything to be ashamed of tonight. That was a great high school basketball game.
Yeah, I want to give Nick Barron some credit. He's not 100%. He's out there gutting it out. He hit some big shots in the second half. He played some great defense, but that's what Liberty's been doing this last month plus. They've just been stacking up wins. And even when you said right away, one of the storylines was Gavin Spieth, he's not playing tonight. He's in a boot. Who knows what that means going forward? But for tonight, in the big rivalry game, he's out. Oh, what are we going to do? Well, Zarko comes in and starts. They bring in the Guitar brothers off the bench. I mean, Liberty can get you with a lot of different guys, and I was impressed with how Liberty got the job done tonight.
All their roster, 1 through 11, has contributed in the last 5 weeks in some way. Last 5 games or so, making things happen for them and playing unselfishly. Again, like I said, their assist numbers have been incredibly high. Just a tribute to their coaching staff and their players playing unselfishly and getting people the right shot when it's there and not worrying about who's getting the points, that they're getting the points.
So a 51-45 victory for the Liberty Lions. And that victory gives Westminster and Century a share of the Carroll County title. They will both finish at 10-2 in county play. Brady, we're looking at players to watch, and I was just going to go through some of the leading scorers. Brady Bergen's got 13 points, West with 11, Tristan West. Christian Zarko hit the game-winning bucket in the final few seconds. He had 8 points, Zumbern had 8 points, Colin Martin with 6. On the Century side, Dan Riley 11, Nick Barron 10, and Carter Simmons and Braden Davis had 8. Didn't have that bigger scoring threat tonight from the Century side, but balance across the board with Liberty and Century.
Yes, both teams showing that they have ability where it doesn't have to be one person every night. And Brady Bergen, again, was several rebounds in the first half. Great in the mid-range, being patient, playing off 2 feet as well, giving Liberty a lot of big baskets here, especially in the second half.
Greg, it was another fun one. I appreciate you coming to do it again. I want to do 2 with you, so we got 2 in. That was fun.
Thank you. It's been a great time. I hope we can do it again very soon.
Absolutely. Also, congrats on the South Carolina Hall of Fame.
Thank you very much.
All right,
appreciate
Greg
it.
Mihalko, join me on the broadcast, but don't go away. We're taking one more quick break. When we come back, we're going to hopefully talk to the CMSportsNet player of the game. That's coming your way on the Game of the Week. We'll be right back after this.
When emergencies strike, our community relies on the swift and dedicated service of our first responders, and citizens need to be informed about local EMS services. The Westminster Kiwanis Club invites you to learn more about how Carroll County's exceptional EMS services keep our community safe. Join us for a community forum on March 4th at 6:15 in the evening at Exploration Commons at the Carroll County Public Library, Westminster Branch. Chief Michael Robinson will discuss the vital role of the new EMS structure in ensuring the well-being of our community. Westminster Kiwanis invites you to attend and be a better informed citizen.
Skill, dedication, leadership. Just a few of the things it takes to be named CMSportsNet's Athlete of the Week. Each week, CMSportsNet recognizes an outstanding player for their contribution to their sport. Meet some of Carroll County student athletes and join us as we celebrate their performance, impact, and outstanding accomplishments.
CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Barnes Bollinger Insurance.
Gear up. Adult volunteers are needed for robotics tournaments. First Chesapeake, part of a global robotics community for youth ages 4 to 18, seeks adult volunteers to serve as referees, judges, and support staff at tournaments across Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, and West Virginia, each year from November to April. No robotics experience is required. These free events inspire youth to explore STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, while fostering leadership and teamwork. Volunteer today. Sign up online at firstchesapeake.org/volunteer. Let's gear up for the future.
I'm Danielle Inglesby, and I interned at the Community Media Center during my senior year at South Carroll High School. I was interested in the CMC because of the knowledge and experience that I would gain and to help narrow down my field for what I want to work in the future.
My name is Cooper Sheeler. I'm a senior at Winters Mill, and I'm here interning at the Community Media Center. I recently saw this opportunity because I was playing football over at Winters Mill, and I saw the Community Media Center filming and broadcasting a couple of our games. So I thought that was a really cool way to connect with the community, and I really wanted to be a part of that.
During my internship, I learned how to operate graphics for New Blue for our sports productions and to edit various projects on Premiere.
Pretty much what I do throughout the day is I help with graphics throughout their Game On segments and Game of the Week, and I also help out prepare stats for all the seasons, the spring and the winter and the fall. I update all those, and I pretty much go around and I can just help out. I can help out at games when they're preparing for a Game of the Week. I've done a couple podcasts here at Community Media Center.
I recommend the Community Media Center for anyone interested in studio art because it definitely gave me an advantage for the future, and I learned a lot and had a ton of fun.
I would highly recommend people come in here for an internship. It's a lot of fun. The people that work here are really nice, and you get to experience a lot of cool things that you've probably never done before.
CMSportsNet Player of the Game is brought to you by Genova's To Go.
All right, welcome back to the CMSportsNet Player of the Game. I'm with the CMSportsNet Player of the Game with the Game of the Week. Christian Zarko, Liberty Boys Basketball. Congrats on the win, Christian. I want to ask you a couple things, but first, take me through the last possession when you scored. What was the play drawn up there, and what did you see when you got to the rack?
So that's our base offense, just a screen, and they didn't hedge it, so I just drove it and got the layup.
And then played good defense, had some fouls to give, which absolutely was in your favor. Tell me about the first half between the second half. They had a 6-point lead, I think, in the first half, and you guys were able to really come out and play more Liberty basketball in the second half. What changed?
Well, a lot of the time, we handle adversity very well, and no matter what the score is, we're just always ready to fight and get back in the game.
You got your first start tonight, I believe, because of Gavin being out, but also because I know you went through something earlier in the year. What's this year been like for you, man? To get finally back on the court like this, starting a big game like the way you did tonight.
It's been a crazy year, and I'm just glad to be playing basketball. They told me I wasn't going to be able to play again, and I'm starting in the rival game, so.
Pretty cool, huh?
Very blessed.
Just quickly, in case the viewers don't know, you fell. You had a freak accident at a Ravens game.
I had a traumatic brain injury.
Yeah.
And I was in the hospital for a week.
Pretty scary.
Very, very lucky. Very lucky.
I'm glad you're sitting here next to me. You guys have won, I think, 9 games in a row now. What's been the change since I think you lost a Century, and then you may have only lost 1 game since then, or in that span? It wasn't a high-scoring game tonight, but it was Liberty basketball, like you mentioned in the second half. What's been the biggest change since about mid-January to now that you guys are really rolling right now?
Just taking practice seriously, working like every second in the gym. Before that, it was a lot of messing around. Typical high school stuff.
Yeah.
But we really locked in towards the end of the season, and that's how we got this win
you buckled
streak.
down for sure. And, you're the hottest team around as we get ready for the playoffs. I know South Carroll's in your region, and you could play them. We'll see how it goes. But just the strength of this team right now is, to me, it seems like it's depth. Because Gavin goes out, you come in. The Guitar boys come in. If you're not in there, someone else is coming in. Greg was saying on the broadcast, top to bottom, Liberty's pretty tough. It's got to make you feel pretty good that anybody can contribute like that.
Yeah, I had some fouls there, and we had some people come in the third quarter, and they just played great defense, and that's how we stayed in this game.
We saw you counting 3, 4, making sure the coach knew. And then last thing, you mentioned you didn't know if you're going to play again. Here you are starting against your rivals and your friends, but also your enemies, at least on the court. Did you take a minute to take that all in and look around? Because it's Century Liberty, right? The stands are packed. It's loud on both sides. Did you look around and be like, hey, I'm here. It feels good.
The nerves coming into this game were crazy, and as soon as I got on the court, I just took a deep breath and soaked it all in.
Yeah. Well, congrats on the great game, and congrats on the win. Christian Zarko, our player of the game. That'll do it here from the Game of the Week. I want to thank Greg Mihalko for joining me on the broadcast. I also want to thank Century AD Ashley Hoy for her help making the broadcast possible. Be sure to catch all of our high school sports content online on Facebook and YouTube, and you can visit our website at CMSportsNet.com. You can watch us on cable channel HD 1072, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at CMSportsNet Action. So for Greg Mihalko and Christian Zarko, I'm Pat Stoetzer saying have a good rest of your week. We'll see you next time.
Carroll Indoor Sports Center, celebrating its 30th season. 66,000 square feet of fields and courts. Rain or shine, multiple soccer and lacrosse leagues. Artificial turf fields and courts to rent. Party rooms and snack bar available. Summer camp for the kids. Safe indoor environment for athletes of all ages. Carroll Indoor Sports Center, your sport, anytime.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.